Hello everybody, welcome to this class. Mi nombre es Joseph Fitzner. So, después de ver de realizar todo el programa de ese curso, es sumamente importante de grabar un video y poder demostrar lo que he aprendido. Por ende, voy a utilizar unos diferentes aplicativos donde yo aprendí que yo puedo aplicar en mis clases para hacerlo un poco divertido y también puedo enseñar a los estudiantes un poquito más y para motivarles en las clases. Primero empezamos. Welcome to your English class. Well, in this class, so we are going to talk about the verb to be, right? As you can see, this is the objective of this class, all right? And the objective of this class is the simple present tense of be, and then the objective is to learn. It's gonna enable students to use simple present tense in their daily conversation. All right. So we can teach them. For example, right now I am using Zoom. In Zoom, so when using Zoom as teacher, and then we can ask our students in order to work in different group. You know, we can share videos. We can use different apps. For example, we can use so many digital tools like Kahoot, Quizzes, Google Drive, among others. For example, now I'm just preparing this class on PowerPoint and then in YouTube, so we can ask our students to add videos on YouTube, you know, related to the class. And also we can send them different activities in Google Classroom where they can, you know, put into practice what they have learned. And also we can send them the activities on team, you know, we can ask them maybe to create project in team, among others. And finally, we can ask them, you know, to practice using English agenda where they can use play game, among other things. For example, if we go in Kahoot, you know, we can see a link in the Kahoot where they can play different game, you know. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. So if we stop sharing, and then we can go here in Kahoot. For example, we can just send them a code, you know, where they can join the class and then start practicing. The same for quizzes, so they can play, they can compete against others, you know, in order to master the language or the topic. Also, we can use Google Drive, you know, where we can evaluate the class, right? And YouTube also, as I mentioned, you know, so they can watch videos related to the topic. Well, so if I'm stop sharing right now, and then I'm going to YouTube, you know, for example, they can see different activities. For example, this is the game that I mentioned. For example, this is for crowd. For example, for this one, they just enter the code, you know, and join the class. They can just start competing among others. And also, we can go in quizzes, for example, you know. Here, for example, they can just practice, you know, compete among others using pictures related to the topic, among other things, you know. For example, this is the verb to be where they have to complete, you know. We just send them the link, and then they just try to use to use the quiz, for example, like this, and then just live, you know, and then the teacher can put continues, you know, and then by doing so, the student can join the class among others. You know, for example, here they can just click, you know, using the code, and then they can join the class, you know, and then you can just start by doing so. This is other way they can do it, you know. And another app, so they can use it, as I mentioned before, it's an English agenda. For example, here, this is a flashcard where they can play, you know, they can just play using this flashcard, you know, So this is those kind of tools are very, very useful to motivate the student, you know, in order to learn. You know, for example, this game is related to verb to be, you know, and another digital tool that we can use, it's, for example, it's Google Form, as I mentioned. You know, if I'm sharing the link right now, you know, so in the Google Form, you know, I can just prepare a question and just send them the link, and then they can just start answer the question. And after, I'm gonna see how many students, you know, join the class, how many students do this activity, you know. And another one, so I can share with you, is Cloud, like I mentioned before. And also we can use YouTube, you know. For example, we can just type simple percent of B, and then we can just start sharing the video, you know. You can just start sharing the video related to the topic, right? For example, I just can share, you know.
En la lección de hoy aprenderemos el simple present in affirmative sentences, el presente simple en oraciones afirmativas. Pero ¿qué es?
I'm going to stop sharing
La utilizamos para
because
expresar
we don't
acciones
have
que realizamos.
enough time as well. So, because you can see, there are many tools that we can use, you know, in order to teach our student. All right. So I'm gonna show that again. For example, this is all of them, you know. As you can notice, YouTube, among others, Google Classroom, English Agenda, among other things. So I think that's all for this class. Thank you so much for your time and for paying attention. Learning English